All right, welcome back to a Read the Factory Manual. This one we're actually going to read and take a look at the factory manual of this Dremel tool. I got this at the local Lowe's, actually. I guess it really doesn't matter where you get it. I got it locally here in Las Vegas. And I decided I would read the factory manual and see what the heck this thing will do. I learned a little while ago that reading the manual actually reveals a lot of different things. So I'm not going to read the manual to you. I've highlighted some things that I wanted to show you that I thought was, wow, I'm glad I looked over this. There's two manuals that come with the rotary tool. One is the Quick Start Guide. Now the Quick Start Guide, it is a shorter version, but it talks more about the accessories and what the accessories do that came with it. So that's important to take a look at and to learn about those accessories. So what accessories did it come with? Well, it came with this nifty box with accessories in it. Man, the glare is bad. Sorry about that. I gotta work on my lighting. All right, so it comes with this great box. It comes with a charger, USB-A. This is a 1 amp or 5 watt charger. So that's what this is. It comes with a cable, USB micro cable. I tested this cable out. There's two types of cables really. There's one where all 4 wires are in there, so you get data as well. Obviously there's no data in a rotary tool. And then there's one where they just use the 2 wires to do the charging. This is that kind. This is a cable just for charging. It doesn't have the data connected to it. So be aware of that. Not that it's a bad thing or a good thing or whatever it is what it is. Just be aware that if you plug your phone or your camera or your Arduino or your whatever to this thing, you're not going to get any data through it. So what did we get with this? We got some polishing pads. And zoom in a little bit here. This brush is plastic. So that's kind of nifty. I don't have a plastic brush for any of my rotary tools yet, but now I do. So I got a plastic brush. We got a tool here to undo the collet, as they call it. We have a grinding wheel. This is for medium metals or light, or aluminum, plastic. It's not for the harder metals. We have a sanding disc. Now the way that this disc works is, you can't pull it out. This is actually a pretty low grit or coarse grit. So anyway, you have to unscrew this top piece, and that releases the tension on the rubber, and that's how you get this thing out. So you loosen this top screw, releases the tension on the rubber, and then you can pull out the grinding wheel. So we got the grinding wheel. We have this little doodad here, and this is what we screw into this. So we screw this into here, and that's how we attach these things to our tool. These over to the side. This is a little baby, tiny, itty bitty grinding wheel. This would be good to get rid of some of those rivets and things like that are in my trucks that I want to restore. We got our tool, we got our brush, we have our grinding stones, and we have our polishing wheels. And it comes with polish as well. All comes in this great little case. So let's take a look at the manual, shall we? So, safety rules, you should wear eye protection, blah, 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 blah. The CYA stuff. So here's what I found out. When you get the tool fresh, you got to charge it first. It has about a 50% charge. The reason it has a 50% charge is because the U.S. government is making them ship them that way now. If they want to ship them by whatever, they can't have a full charge. That's to protect us from the lithium ion battery that's in here from blowing up. So you need to charge it before, and it gives you a little sticker. Obviously, people can't figure out that you need to charge it. They have to then, put the sticker on there. It has speeds 1 through 4. We'll look at what those speeds are in a little bit. So you got to charge it first. It takes about 2 hours and 45 minutes, 3 hours, 2.5 hours to charge it for the first time. And it's normal for it to get a little warm while it charges. So that's normal. Don't worry about that. It automatically stops charging when you turn it on. So if you have it plugged in, this is where the plug goes, right there. If you have it plugged in and you're charging it and you want to use it, it'll stop the charging process and start letting you use the tool from the battery. So if the battery is not fully charged, it's not going to work. The lithium ion batteries, because you can't deplete them all the way, you have to, the controller inside there that controls the battery stops it, it turns it off. So this tool, as opposed to like a NiCad battery or a nickel metal hydride, where they would get slower and slower over time as the batteries deplete, this one will turn off. So be aware of that as well. They say this has 2 years shelf life charged. Don't know, not going to find out. So to loosen the collet on that, this is the collet right here, and that's what clamps onto these, into the bits as you put them in, or the different tools. And there's different size collets, and I didn't know this. This is actually pretty nifty. So if we look at the manual here, the different size collets, they have little lines at the end, little rings, so like no ring, 3, 2, or 1 rings. Those are correspond to the different sizes. Little ID rings. Didn't know about that. On the tool itself, it has what is called the easy twist. All right, we'll zoom out and I'll show you how the easy twist works. The way this works is you press your thumb on this and twist this until it locks into place, and now it won't rotate anymore. I loosen this up until it gets far enough along where it can actually attach itself or grip itself to that. See, it's got the wrench built in. Then I can use that to loosen that up, put in my tool. Come on. Put in my tool. Guess I didn't loosen it up enough. Put in my tool. Ah! Put in my tool, lift that back up, and tighten it up. So it's got the wrench built in. Isn't that cool? So I don't have to reach for this wrench anymore. It's got it built in to this thing. If the collet gets stuck, so we'll loosen this up. What that means, that what they're talking about is, if this inner piece right here gets stuck in this little grippy thing, if that gets stuck in there, what you do is you loosen it all the way and then lightly press with one of these tools. You can press it out once this is out all the way. So that's how you get one of those unstuck. They talk about the balance of the tool. So some of these tools will get out of balance on you as you use them. And so if you find that it's vibrating, what you do is you loosen up the collet and turn this thing a quarter turn, and then try it again, loosen quarter turn, until you get the balance going again. When it's balanced, you actually get a smoother grind. It doesn't want to walk on it. So this tool is obviously designed to accept a large array of different kinds of bits and things you can put on it. And it spins up to 25,000 RPM. This is not like a drill. A drill only spins at about 2,800 RPMs. But a drill, as opposed to a multi-tool, has low speed, high torque. This is the opposite. This is high speed, low torque. With that in mind, so let's take a look at the speed settings. Number 1, that'll go 8,000 RPM. 2 is 14,000 RPM. 3 is 21,000 RPM. And 4 is 25,000 RPM. When you use a brush like this or a metal one, you don't want to go past number 2. The reason being is because these things may fly out of here, and then if they fly out, they're going to hit you, and it's not going to be good. So you don't want to go very fast because you don't want the bristles to fly out. So anything that has bristles on it, you don't want to go too fast. Same with the polishing wheel. You want to start slow and then go a little faster as you go. So 2 is the maximum speed for those things. When you use the tool, you want the tool to do the work. That is, you don't want to press into it. You don't want to lean into this thing to get it to press harder, because it doesn't have much torque, which means the more you press in, the slower it's going to work. You're going to bend your little bristles. It's not going to be good. Let the tool do the work. Lightly go to it. Just a light pressure on what you're doing. The accessories. We have a high-speed cutter. I don't have a high-speed cutter, but those are for soft metals like aluminum, copper, brass, the zinc that these great Matchbox cars are made out of, tungsten carbide. Those are for very hard metals, fired ceramics, and hardened steel. What the heck is a fired ceramic? Well, ceramic starts out as clay. You put it in what is called a kiln that gets really hot, and then you get like a great mug. This is a fired ceramics. Before it's fired, it's called greenware. And greenware is when it's in its clay state before it's fired. The engraving cutters, I believe that's what this one is. This is an engraving cutter. We took a look at that earlier. And this is for that greenware. This is for soft metals. So don't use this on steel or any hard metals. It's great for plastic, soft metals, and things like that. You also have a serrated tooth. They look like these, but they're really rough. Those are for like fiberglass or wood or things like that. You have the aluminum oxide, which is what this is. This is aluminum oxide. And these are either red or brown. And these are for like sharpening your knives or lawnmower blades and things like that. So that they're for smoothing weld joints, grinding off rivets, removing rust, things like that. So light work. They also sell this kind of thing, and it's a green. And the green one is for harder materials such as glass or ceramics. You wouldn't think glass was hard, but it is hard. It's a very hard material. And then they also make these in diamond coating, and that's for very hard stuff. Wire brushes. So we have a brush here. This one happens to be nylon, but they have these brushes, and don't use them over speed setting 2, which is don't use them faster than 15,000 RPMs. For you want it lightly, you want to go with a light pressure as you get started with that. They also make bristle brushes as well. And if you have one that is at an angle, and I think I have one around here somewhere. I need to find it real quick. So I have some other brushes that I purchased. These are metal wire brushes. Let's take a look at these. And when you use these things, you want to make sure that you want to use them at like a 45-degree angle, or I'm probably going to try them like this, but they will spin and twist over time. So you don't want to press down on it. You want to lightly work on these things at a 45-degree angle like it shows you there to get whatever you want to get off. They have what is called an easy lock system. And what the easy lock system is it uses this thing, and that allows you to put it in and then twist or pull to release, and then that pull and twist to release, and that allows you to quickly change tools as well. The sanding accessories. The sanding accessory is like this one. This is a sanding accessory. And like I said earlier, you want to unscrew the top. That will release the pressure because it presses down, and you know when you press down on like a tire or something, it squishes out. That's what's happening, it's squishing out, and then that locks that in. So you unscrew that. There's also what I thought was interesting. I didn't know they made this. They make a dust blower, a little fan attachment you can attach to the end of your multi-tool here. And then you can use it as a fan to blow things around. I don't know how well it works. It may be worth a try. Also worth noting in the factory manual is which tools are not advised to use with this Dremel Lite, which are most of them. You can use the dust blower. There is a shaping platform that will lock it into place somewhere. I don't know what that looks like. There is a detailer grip, which is like a pistol grip that you can attach to this. And it looks like you remove the collar and stick the pistol grip, and you can use it like a pistol grip. I don't know if that's good, bad, or indifferent. They have a sharpening tool for your lawnmower blade, chainsaw sharpener, and a multi-vise for your tool. Okay. Towards the back in the catalog number, they have all the different part numbers for these tools. I don't know what part numbers these tools are. I have to look them up. But they list the catalog number and what the recommended speed is in thousands of RPM. So 25,000 to 35,000 RPM for soft wood with this tool. So these are the different tools you have and what speed is going on with that. And then you can send in this thing for your warranty if you want to do that. I normally don't do this. I don't know why I don't do this, but I normally don't do that. Send it in. So there you go. That is a review of the Dremel Lite. It's a battery-powered Dremel tool. It goes up to what? What did we say? I already forgot. You remember what speed number 4 was, don't you? 25,000 RPMs. Number 4, 25,000 RPMs. It's light. It's handy. It's going to do a great job, I hope, with the Matchbox cars and Tonka trucks. Dremel did not supply me with this. I bought it with my own money. The opinions and everything is mine. Use at your own risk, obviously. If it breaks or if it doesn't work for you, it's not my fault. I don't know what you're using it for, so don't blame me. I just thought I would share with you some of the stuff that I found in the manual that was interesting to me that I didn't know about. And then, the light. Last thing, the light. The light goes out when it's fully charged. It's red, obviously, when it needs to be charged. Green while it's charging. Goes out when it is fully charged. I'll double check that light, number 8. All right, have fun, enjoy. Talk to you again soon on this here channel. Read the factory manual. Oh, if you made it this far, obviously you like what I'm doing. Hit that subscribe button so you can see what's coming up. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't like it, press that thumbs down button twice. That way I really know you didn't like it. All right, have fun.